Hello everyone and welcome to Total War Warhammer. I know it's been a little while since I have been around. I've been working on quite a few projects that I'm looking forward to showing you guys, but they're not quite ready yet. That being said, I did put a vote up on my last video about what campaign you guys wanted to see, and the Greenskins won quite handily, with Azhag coming out on top by basically a landslide. So before we get going, the first thing I want to do is express that we're mostly in this to kind of have fun and explore as much of the lore as we can within a playthrough. I intend to play through all the campaigns eventually, and we'll be starting like the next one fairly soon. I'll probably have 2 main campaigns going at once. If you want to watch my vampire counts, you can always go onto my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Loremaster of Sotek, which has all the saved videos of my vampire counts play, if you want to watch my very hard campaign for that. Which, that one's more of a laid back, well, that one's more of like trying to beat the game on very hard and enjoying it. I have beaten the game on very hard so far with Chaos and Dwarves, and the Vampire Count campaign on Twitch is getting close to ending, I believe. But we're probably going to do hard for this, that way I can sort of enjoy it a little more, and don't have to quite stress myself out as much about trying to actively win. But I don't know, we'll see. Other than that, got a lot of stuff coming in the near future. Some things I'm very excited for. Would not be a video if I wasn't yawning incessantly. So yeah, just double checked. Azhag won with 17% of the vote. So that's 13 out of... goodness, I don't even know. How many people voted in the end? Will it tell me that? I don't know if it'll tell me that. I don't think it's going to tell me that. I'd have to do maths, and I'm too lazy to do that right now. So, let's go ahead and get started. Orcs and goblins are the scourge of the old world. Collectively known as greenskins, they are an aggressive and brutal race with an unquenchable love of war. Orcs are built for violence, brutal, bullying creatures of jutting jaws and hulking appearance. The goblins, by contrast, are smaller but more cunning as they mob up in greater numbers. While the greenskins have made lairs and ransacked dwarven holes, they can be found across the world, the majority residing in the arid badlands, mainly fighting amongst themselves and occasionally coming together as a greater threat. Now such an occasion is upon us, for Grimgor Ironhide comes south. Goaded by Gorfang Rotgut, the boss of Black Crag, Ironhide marches with his Black Orcs. Once Black Crag is his, surely the Badlands will follow, and then the other dwarf realms shall fall to his ever-growing WAAAGH. All while the Empire burns. This is what Gorkenborg demand. Please them and ensure the mob shout the name Grimgor for the rest of time. Alright. Except for we are playing as Azhag the Slaughterer. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do hard so we can have a little bit more of a fun time with it. Very hard isn't too bad, but sometimes the computer will do some funky stuff. And I'm playing without any mods for this campaign. At some point I might turn on the mod that lets me move 10% faster in a home region, but I would give that bonus to the computer as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
War comes. I can smell it. The old world teeters on a blade's edge, but a steadying hand may yet save it. Is that my role? Alas, nothing is grand. I am merely a humble advisor to Grimgor Ironhide, the most brutal of Black Orcs. Even that bestial intellect recognized a use in me. Now I accompany his horde as we travel south, laying waste to the stunted and rival orc tribes alike. Deep in the Badlands, Gorfang Rotgut, master of Black Crag, challenges his superiority. Grimgor stands to take the whole of the old world as his prize. But first, he must vanquish Rotgut and take Black Crag as his new capital.
Not for the final time, Azhag has been lured south. The promise of battle and the mincing of stunties is a clarion call. He treads in the aftermath of Black Orc Grimgor Ironhide, who has been charging towards Black Crag to vanquish rival war boss Gorfang Rotgut. Doesn't take long for Grimgor to give Gorfang a big slap. Now the former boss of Black Crag skulks in Iron Rock, and with the tribes in disarray, it is time for Azhag to make his own mark. Ugh, sorry, I had to read that quickly because I wasn't sure how fast it was going to load. We'll talk more about the lore changes and all that stuff after the advisor finishes doing his little intro crap. Because it's sort of lore, I guess. That being said, I really enjoyed the Greenskin cinema. I really enjoy all of the races' opening cinematics. Though it is curious they decided to make the advisor an actual character. As opposed to just some nameless... chaff that rambles at you. Shame for display, like in
Black Crag is yours, my brutal lord. The Badlands beyond lay open for conquest. This area is dominated by tribes of inferior greenskins. On the plains to the west, Rotgut's Red Fangs mass against you, angry at the loss of their stronghold. Proving your utter superiority over Gorfang should be your first calling. Vanquish the Red Fang, and tribes of lesser orcs will flock to your banner, freeing your mobs to look further afield for lands to conquer. The stunted dwarfs that dwell in the mountains around you should provide plentiful quarry. You can't let that black orc Grimgor have all the fun. There is a reason they call you the Slaughterer. Show them all why.
Okay. Must defeat the Red Fang in battle, for they are able to regain their strength. See that it is done. So, first things first, welcome to Total War Warhammer. If for some reason you've been living under a rock and you have not seen any gameplay of it, which would amaze me, welcome. I hope you're looking forward to this. Here we've got Azhag the Slaughterer himself. He's on level 1. He doesn't start off with much. We have to unlock all sorts of stuff like Skull Muncha, Slagus Slashes, his art armor, and the Crown of Sorcery. So there's lots of stuff that we have to do. That being said, I have greatly enjoyed the game so far. This is my first Greenskin campaign, which is why I'm playing it on hard and not very hard. Very hard, I really prefer to play for the achievements. I honestly do not find it as fun as hard mode. We're playing hard mode because I believe it is the most balanced and enjoyable mode. A computer does not pull quite as many cheap shenanigans. So, we start off with Black Crag. So, a quick lore snippet, just to let you know what all's changed just to get us here. So, originally... Let me scroll out all the way. The greenskins that we have in this game are Grimgor Ironhide and Azhag the Slaughterer. Grimgor Ironhide lives in 8th edition lore, about somewhere in this ballpark in Karak Ungors, where he usually is. And Azhag the Slaughterer set up over here in Troll Country in an underground realm known as Todtheim, which is where he found the Crown of Sorcery, which Todtheim is actually a map in this game, which is really awesome. And then he wandered south. He destroyed a ton of stuff in Kislev. He made a mess of Ostland. And basically in these northern provinces, as he was pushing further south to head towards... The Crown wanted him, obviously, to come all the way down to Nehekara, but he wanted to just rummage around the Empire and keep burning stuff. But he died in the Empire. So this game obviously has retconned quite a bit, and that both of us, me and Grimgor, have been relocated to Death Pass, and we've stolen Blackcrag. Though I am glad that they bothered to put Gorfang Raka in the game. He's actually a very prominent greenskin figure in the lore, and he was the original owner of Blackcrag. He was known as the Squatter King, and we kicked his ass out because we don't care. So, beyond that, let's go ahead and get started. So, welcome to Blackcrag. This is our capital. Once the proud hold of Karak-Draz, it is now the most formidable of the orc strongholds in the hands of the Red Fang tribe until very recently. And then we got our Musta Fields. The boys need big open spaces to swing the choppas about, and we're going to upgrade it to a Brawling Grounds, which is a large area set aside for belligerent gits to slap each other about, which for some reason translates into us getting archers. Then we get to either open a wolf den, which wolves are rarely pinned in to keep such creatures against their will is a mistake, which will allow us to upgrade towards spiders. But I would think we'd be better off going for something that was going to have more of an economic... See, we really want a Goblin Tinker Bench, but we can't get that till we hit tier 3. So what we might want to do... If we get the boss's tent, we'll get better obedience, which is good, because it'll keep our guys from rebelling, and it'll allow us to unlock the Goblin Big Boss, which is the earliest character that we can unlock, which is pretty crucial. The only other thing we might want to do instead is the Cave of Shinies, which gives us money. But I think we're going to go with the boss tent. The Goblin Big Bosses have a big tent, bigger than the lads' tents, with more skulls on it. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. That way we can get Blackcrag nice and under control.
Time for them to die.
Alright, now let's have some fun. We're going up against Nash. I have to say I've been enjoying this game a lot so far. I've been playing quite a bit of multiplayer. I'm trying to get up to the top 100 on the leaderboards. And right now I'm at rank like 400 and something. It's actually not that hard to progress if you just kind of keep at it. Alright, so... let's get set up. We start off with some orc biggins and some regular orcs. Orc boys, rather. This map is very close to the ground for some reason. Then we got some goblins.
We do it!
Goblin archers. And spider riders, which are fantastic for harassing the enemy. So we will put them... They have Vanguard, which lets you deploy anywhere. Actually does what Scouting did in Tabletop, but they call it Vanguard in this. So. Alright. And you might be wondering, if you haven't played the game yet, why I don't have... Or if you've only played multiplayer, where my magic is with Azhag. Because you notice it says Spellcaster, but he doesn't actually have any spells. You have to unlock the Crown of Sorcery. And beat its quest battle to actually get access to the Lore of Death for Azhag. Which I think is fair. I mean, it is a very powerful lore. So it makes sense that it's going to take some time to unlock it. Alright, let's get our Spider Riders into position. Which the animation on these is very nicely done and creepy. Really been enjoying this game so far. All of the animation quality is super fantastic. I have very few complaints about this game, almost all of which, have to do with balance. But I am excited to finally bring it to you guys. I do apologize it's been so long. There's just been a lot that I've been wanting to sort of work on. and this sort of was by the wayside. But we're getting started, so we're definitely going to have at least hour-long episodes. They might go longer, depending on how you guys feel about that. I mean, if you guys are like, hey, we want it to be 2 hours, then we will do 2 hours. But I hope you're all doing well. Ugh. He deployed up this hill because he's a jerk. Alright, we're going to go ahead and send in the spiders. And the archers, we're going to focus on the orc boys. And we're going to send our goblin spears after the chariots. Yeah, those wolf chariots. Wolf chariots are very good at hitting runs. Alright, and our spiders are eating those guys up, which is great. I don't really have any active abilities, so we can watch most of this in cinematic mode. Just to watch Azhag kicking ass and taking names until maybe something really a bit more dynamic happens. Yeah, so, like, those wolf chariots are just going to keep running away, so we're going to turn around and come rear towards these guys. Spider Riders are eating these guys up nicely. Alright, looks like these guys broke. So we will carry over into the archers. Oh, there's his boss. Let's kill his boss. We'll send the archers up to the wolf chariots. Keep these guys on there. Azhag, come back and kill his boss. We'll let the spiders hunt people down there and run away from us. I really do adore this game. It's so well done. Azhag, you got some ups for a guy that wears that much armor. I think like the only thing I dislike about the campaign is that all of the legendary lords start off looking like they have all their equipment, and they do have it. Most of the stories are about how like they refuse to actually use it until a certain event takes place. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no, we just got knocked over. Mess him up, Azhag. Those are Azhag slashes, in case you haven't seen. He's got the crown source around his head. He's got that lovely standard coming out of his back, which is a very iconic part of Azhag's model. Let's pull these boys off. At this point, they're just taking needless casualties. What's going on out here? Azhag, what are you doing, bro? Is he running away? What is happening? Oh yeah, Azhag broke. Oh, that's pitiful. Yeah, the problem is Azhag is a spellcaster, so he's not quite good in combat as the typical characters, or typical orc bosses are. Alright, looks like the spiders are pretty much wrapped up. Let's send the spiders up to the chariots. They're speed 94. Oh, I'm only speed 78. I can't catch them. We'll just focus our archers on the chariots. Bring our melee units in to help us kill this war boss. Thankfully, there's no melee friendly fire, so even though Azhag sends my own guys flying when he's busy dropping like basketball dunks, it doesn't actually hurt my guys. So we're gonna keep our melee units busy trying to kill Nash. We'll keep our archers harassing them for now, and the spiders will keep mopping up his troops, speed things up a bit. When you're fighting an enemy computer, typically you don't want to kill off their lord unless you intend on chasing the army down later. Just because they'll get like a brand new one, and then so it's better to wound a lord, so like get them really low on health and then finish them off later. 189 kills on the spiders. All right, now green skins have some pretty fun choices. We'll talk about this up here in a second. So we can either choose to ransom the captives, which is earn some extra loot by selling the captives off. The enemy will thank you for not eating them alive. Slaughter captives, which is kill them all, and their allies will hate me for that, but my enemy's enemy will appreciate it. The boys are ecstatic after slaughtering recent captives. Or we can eat them. These scraggy gits look tasty. Eat them up, replenish the boys with full stomachs. We took a little bit of damage, so we're going to eat them. Alright, so Azhag leveled up. So let's see. We're probably going to get Route Marcher. He who knows the land and its secrets will travel faster and further than the foe who doesn't. Because campaign movement is pretty important. And I think we're just going to stay after this guy. Actually, that was probably dumb. I probably should have fallen back and recruited some troops. No. Alright, and that's pretty much all we got to do for this turn. Yep, see, he sent reinforcement army. Would it be better to retreat? See, he's having to march. Azhag is, so his guys are going to start off tired, and they're not going to enter on the battlefield necessarily the most ideal location. Plus, his troops are just worse than mine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can take them. Otherwise, we'll be suffering a very early defeat, won't we? The hope is that Azhag will come in behind us or something, so that we can turn... Azhag. What's his name? Gosh, I'm drawing such a blank all of a sudden. Gorfang, which he is coming in behind us, so we're gonna set up to say hello and just run him down. Azhag, we're gonna keep a little safer this time. Whoa. So we're gonna focus all of our archers on Gorfang himself. We're going to get the Spider Riders away from the Spirit Goblins. Because we want to try and convince them to go all in on the orcs. I'm going to go around this way. Azhag can handle some goblins. Alright, and then we're just going to dive into these orc boys here. Because poison attacks are very, very good for messing with the enemy stat line. Because it reduces quite a lot of their speed and damage. Azhag should be able to hold these guys off for just a bit until I can get rid of Gorfang, who is taking missile fire damage. Actually, guys, let's shoot those goblins. Let's get rid of his army. He's so close to the edge. Focus on our efforts on the group assaulting Azhag. Get them off him so that he can just chill. Alright, come on, Azhag. They're all going to get mowed down by shooting anyway. We don't want you getting friendly fired. Get out here. Shoot. Dumb goblins. And they're broken. Alright. We'll Azhag in the center of our army and keep those goblins running. Alright, so let's break this group. Just get rid of as many goblins as we can. The goal, of course, is to run them off the map. Alright, let's focus the wolf chariots. This is not going well for us. I got a little too cocky in that earlier tussle. We might withdraw. Yeah, let's go ahead and withdraw. Pull back. And down goes Azhag. Oh, man. Fall back. Retreat for now. Retreat for now. Well, this is my first time playing with Azhag, except for out of multiplayer, but on multiplayer he's a monster. Turns out he's a little squishy. Well, we got back to friendly territory. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this army. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. Rough start, but I'm getting used to greenskins, so that's okay. We will hire a temporary lord for now. Let's see. Let's summon Wolfherda, so I can get a wizard and start summoning some boys up. Wow, that's a rough way to start a campaign, but it's alright. None we can't handle. Oh good, we got archers. We're doing okay on finances. You know, we're just gonna build up an army for a bit. We are by no means in a gigantic rush. Can I hire big bosses yet? No, that's level 2. Alright, so we're pretty much just gonna chill until we can build up a sizable enough army to beat up on these guys. Try and kick their butts out of our area. Get 1 goblin unit. Yeah, let's get 2 goblin units. Azhag should be available shortly. WAAAGH to orcs. Feed Gorfang Rotgut. I'm working on it.
Oh, yeah.
More archers. You can never have too many archers. And for those of you who are wondering why I haven't started researching yet, with the greenskins you actually cannot do research at all until you have until you have gotten the Goblin Tinker Shop, because your guys are apparently not capable of doing it themselves. Alright, so recruit just a few more troops before I head out much further. We want more archers. Alright, that gives us plenty of troops for what we need to do. Teeth snatches are dead. That's what they get for snatching teeth. Let's go take Iron Rock. I can't quite reach Iron Rock. We'll get as close as we can. Let's see. A great migration of the tribes comes to our borders, demanded shelter and wanting to join in the fight. Not normally a problem, but this don't smell right. Do we tell them to get out of here? Ain't no zogging room for these gits. Shove off. More boys, the bigger the WAAAGH. That's logic. Don't matter if some of them stink. We're gonna allow them in because I want growth. Because growth is what allows us to get a bigger fortress. And I intend to actually play out most fights for this campaign. Maybe when we get a little late game, there might be times I auto-resolve. Because there are times when auto-resolving tends to be better. Because you'll, like, I probably could have auto-resolved there and taken less casualties than I'm going to end up taking. But, meh, what are you gonna do? Well, you get. I do enjoy actually, like, playing battles, though. Which is why I've actually found multiplayer very enjoyable for this game so far. I think multiplayer definitely needs some balancing. I intend on putting out a video either today or later tomorrow about dwarves and how I think they can be fixed, because I think they're a little messed up right now in multiplayer. Alright, let's just charge all the things. Yeah, we've got them completely overwhelmed, which is awesome. I'm going to focus all of our firepower on the leader. And we'll send the goblins around the side. Good old... We've got a pretty solid group going. And the good news is, if we can win lots of fights with this army, which I fully intend to, we can get a right and proper WAAAGH going. I must admit, I find some of the units that Azhag starts with to be really weird. I think Grimgor definitely has the better starting units, because he gets a Doom Diver and a unit of Black Orcs and a banner that makes them into the Immortals, so it gives them like a huge buff. And it's insanely good. Azhag does not really bring anything like that to the table. Azhag starts off with armor piercing, which is nice. Alright. And everybody gets stuck in. Azhag. I love the legendary lords, because they just cause little explosions of guys. Alright, the shots from the archers are filtering in. We're going to bring our goblins around the back, because goblins are sneaky like that. Definitely using some proper goblin tactics. Yeah, alright, so his army's already broke. And since this is a settlement, there's no point in hunting them all down. So yeah, we took pretty minimal casualties, only 58 guys. But we now own Black Crag, which is fantastic. Not Black Crag, Iron Rock. Got some loot. Occupy. Oh, we got the Shield of Ptolos. First discovered in the far south by Tomb Raiders, the Shield of Ptolos grants the wielder a defensive boon against missile attacks. Very solid. Will definitely be useful.
Expands, Savage Lord. Yet there are many lands to conquer. In time, I foresee war with the greater tribes of the Badlands.
Cool, I'm done listening now. Grimgor's traditional stomping ground was the northern peaks of the World's Edge Mountains, where he laid waste to Kislev and even marched to Sylvania, bedecking his banners with vampire fangs. Since coming south to slap Gorfang Rotgut, Grimgor might as well hang around for a bit and sort this sorry lot out. Gits. Alright, and that gives us, let's see, a Dwarven Artillery Brigade was foolish enough to leave the safety of its keep, marching too close to the Greenskin host. Smash them from front and back before they can load their guns. Neat. Morgrim the Drunk. There are chapter objectives, which I actually like these because they kind of come with stories. For instance, Chapter 1, Down South, bring bloodshed and misery to those that stand against us. Grimgor expects victory, he won't suffer failure. Got it? You get? Good. Defeat 5 armies or garrisons. Boss fight. The Gobos are revolting in many ways, but they need bringing to heel, or Grimgor will just kill the lot of them. Pick a boss from their disgusting ranks and make him a big boss. Maybe then they'll behave. You're sacked. Time to rampage. Winning in battle is one thing, but a greenskin's career is all about the looting too. Sack and raise enemy settlements. Let the foe know that Grimgor's boys are coming. Sack or loot 2 different settlements. Mission impossible. Nothing pleases an orc more than being part of a big green mob mindlessly charging into the enemy. But war is rarely that simple. Even the greenskins know this. Sometimes, though, somewhat annoyingly, a more strategic approach is needed, which is to complete 2 missions. We already did that. And then find the shiny stuff. The boys need loot. The boss needs loot. Grimgor needs loot. Every git needs loot. So we better find it. A few good raids should sort out the cash flow. Alright, we are definitely going to make Grimgor. This warrior is one with his blade. It is an extension of his will, making him a worthy foe in combat. We're definitely going to spec out Grimgor to be as... Azhag to be as much of a fighty git as possible. We already have one of these muster fields, so we're going to go ahead and destroy that. And I'm not going to really bother recruiting any more guys. We've already got a pretty sizable force, so I'm not going to worry about that. And the good news is this is right up here. Of course, so to get those chapter objectives, if we do anything to 2 settlements, which is what this requires, the chapter ends, and if we haven't accomplished all these sub-chapters, then we don't get their loot. So we want to raid first, recruit a big boss, and then defeat at least 3 armies outside of their garrisons. So, like, this mission up here would be a good place to start. Let's see, a cloaked stranger from the mist-shrouded land of Albion approaches with a request. He's of sinister aspect, but assures you that his intentions are good. He will increase chaos corruption in our area, but he will give us lots of money. Or we can have reduction in vampiric and chaos corruption. So this is definitely a dark emissary from the Albion campaign. We're going to go ahead and accept his request because we have 0 chaos corruption, so taking a little chaos corruption isn't going to hurt us. Alright, we want to grow in this region, so we're going to build idols. Greenskins love their gods, so we'll quickly carve effigies of Gork and Mork out of stone or other materials when they settle. Most notably dung. Alright, let's go do this. Good old quest battle. Alright, you are attacking the dwarves. Okay, he's actually gonna show up with some gyrocopters, which is not fun, but we should be able to take him. Should be a good fight. Dwarves traveling along this lost dark road are ripe for an ambush. Don't let the beardy gits form a defensive perimeter. Get them in the flanks nice and early and then smack them from behind with the big stuff. This was actually a pretty famous... I don't think there's going to be a speech because I took Azhag. If you take Grimgore, there's actually a speech for this part, but I'm pretty sure with Azhag it's just silent. Yeah, it is. So it's supposed to be an ambush, but it's not actually an ambush. It doesn't, like, you just have 2 deployment zones, which I actually think is kind of unnecessary. I mean, I guess it's kind of an ambush, but I think it makes a bit more sense from the greenskin, or from the dwarf perspective, in my opinion. I don't want to separate my army, though. I mean, you could if you had a higher tier army, and maybe like a hero to lead some of the groups, but I want to keep my army together for Azhag's leadership, because greenskins have crap-tastic leadership. Alright, so highest priority is shooting the hammers and taking the grudge throwers offline, which is what we're going to have our gobos do. Yeah, we're going to commit them to grudge thrower silencing. Alright, let's do it. Alright, and if you can't tell, I am playing with units on ultra size. I didn't even remember I was on ultra size until I saw that there was 4 grudge throwers instead of just 3. Alright, Azhag, we're going to hold you back a bit so you don't take too much damage from archer fire. And wait for your guys to kind of absorb you. And we definitely want to commit Azhag to fighting on the flank, or fighting away from the hammers, just because those things hurt. Alright. We do grossly outnumber these guys. Oh my god, we're taking so much damage from those crossbowmen. Alright, so his army's adjusting. And we're in range of the hammers, so we're going to hit him with everything we got. And I'm going to come in on these guys and swing away. Actually, we're going to see if we can get Azhag to the crossbowmen. Because that would be very useful. Alright, we're messing up these things. We got an extra group that's coming around. See if we can pull them around the back here. When fighting dwarves, it's typically best to surround them. So we're going to come around and then back in. Alright, so we got those dwarves nice and surrounded. Hammer's about halfway dead. Azhag has entered the Quarrelers. One of our groups broke, but it's not a big deal. Our archers are tearing them apart. And in come the gyrocopters. So we'll commit all of our orc archers to shooting these out of the sky. We'll keep our goblin archers focused. on the hammerers. Alright. Those are dead, so now let's go after their shooting units with the goblins. Alright, he's gonna bomb the crap out of us, which is gonna hurt. Oh my god. Alright, the hammers are broken. I gotta make sure they stay gone though. Those recovering is problematic. Alright, so we're gonna take a lot of damage from bombs, but once we've made it through, it's not a big deal. He does have a limited supply. Alright, I think they're out, so we're gonna go ahead and focus most of our shooting on taking these things out. Alright, we've broken squirrelers. I'm gonna bring one unit around. We're shooting them out of the sky. This one's stuck in combat, which you really don't want your gyro bombers in combat. They're just not good at it. They're pretty missile resistant, but obviously when you have this many archers, it doesn't matter. Alright, the orcs are starting to rally. Alright, so this one's pretty much broken. So we're just gonna stay on point. Bring these orcs in to mess these guys up. Azhag's trashing people. Gyro bomber's kind of out of our way. It's an Azhag to finish it off, unless it takes off. Nah, it's gonna take off. Damn guapas. Alright, so they're caught in a bit of a crossfire, though we're obviously getting messed up by quarrelers. I'll try and pull my guys away from it. They're being meleeed by gyrocopters, sadly enough, can, yeah, like, beat goblins. Not beat them, but they can usually panic goblins in a melee fight. Alright, his army's collapsing due to casualties. Alright, and we don't have to chase them down because A, they're a quest battle, so they don't actually keep regenerating or anything. And B, this is an underway fight, and usually if you win an underway fight, you kill everyone, so. Close victory, I'll take it. Okay, we took maybe a third of our army in casualties. Not terrible. Most of it was the orcs. But we completed the quest, which is awesome. And let's see. I don't really want to worry about replenishing because we're going to return to our hold. So let's. I don't want to ransom them though. Let's just slaughter them. Alright, so for doing that, we get Gambler's Armor, which is fantastic. Ranald, the god of thieves, tricksters, and gamblers, has blessed the armor and those who are willing to take a chance. 10% ward save. Ward saves are amazing. They are just straight damage mitigation. And then we got a free big boss for our trouble. So we're going to return to Iron Rock. I grew another level. So let's see. Scarred Veteran. The scars on this storied warrior reveal a veteran of many battles, a being not easy to kill and one worthy of respect and fear. Yeah. We want to make ourselves really tanky. Obviously we're the general, so it's not good for the lads if we get killed. But we have started replenishing because we're in a friendly area. And we got Garsnag Muckraka, which is a pretty goblin name. So we got our first big boss. I don't think that counts for the chapter objectives. Does it? Oh, okay, it does. So awesome. So we don't have to worry about doing that anymore. So all we have left is doing a bunch of raiding and then killing 2 more armies. And then we can sack or raise 2 settlements. The Scabby tribe's been obliterated. The idol's been finished, and we have a population surplus here, which is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and start heading our way towards Valea Sorrow to start a fight with the Knobnail's Throat Cruncher, who actually has low fightiness, so he's taking attrition. Alright, so if this guy's in enemy territory, he reduces their income by 15%. If he's in friendly territory, he modifies the enemy. Okay, so he makes it less likely that enemy heroes will succeed here. I intend to throw him in my army so that we can have him just for fun. We'll probably make him into an assassin character, but there's no reason right now. So Karakazul's doing well. That character we used earlier is returned from that earlier thing. So we're going to march our way over here to the border.
What you want?
And I don't think I see an enemy character that's really causing us any huge problems, so we're going to go ahead and join up with this army for now. And then I can get a level 2 idols, which is a totem pole. Oh, that was a territory marker. Oh, no, that's the same. Idols, totem pole. Totem pole rises above the shacks and tents of Greenskin settlement as a sign of its success, which is plus a lot of growth and plus casualty replenishment. We could also get a goblin watchtower. Goblins have keener sight than orcs, so the scrawny gets man the watchtowers. Let's see here. Give me 1 sec. Let's see. We could do a pile of shiny stuff to get some income. We could do a wolf den to unlock cavalry units, being wolf riders. I think the best thing for now, I tend to prefer to play rather defensively, so I think we'll get a goblin watchtower, which will make Iron Rock a more defensible settlement, and then we'll get a totem pole so we grow faster. And the last thing I need to capture for this place is Carrick Drawn, but we'll take that after we beat up Valet of Sorrow. Mission issued. Our potential allies have a task force. If we can bring down their enemy. So this is basically beat up on people the Bloody Spears don't like, and we can be closer buddies with the Bloody Spears. Alright, so I'm going to move into their territory, and we're going to take a raiding stance, which allows my guys to heal anyway. Gives us global recruitment access, which I might as well use. Give me some more orcs. Actually, no, it's a waste. But it does heal us and lets us start stealing money. And will hopefully aggravate the Red Fangs into coming out to fight us. We want them to come outside. Wait. Okay, so the Top Knots have declared war on us because of their buddies, the Red Fangs. Let's see. We've got 2 turns until we'll have 2 growth, which will allow us to upgrade Blackcrack. Awesome.
So I can shove the words right back down your throat.
They want a peace treaty. I'll accept it for now. Although we're going to talk a lot about the lore, I don't necessarily... We're willing to ignore those stunties in favor of beating up other stunties. Alright, so... You'll notice one thing the computer does that's a little bit frustrating is they'll pull crap like this where they'll come raid your land, but they'll purposely deploy just outside of your... where you can reach them. And the computer is like well aware of the fact that you can't reach them. Let's see, we've got dwarves coming in, we've got savage orcs coming in. Neither of those groups are particularly threatening to us. Oh, okay, so the dwarves are fighting at Iron Rock. Let's see. They have a character, which is going to make things pretty difficult. But I have more shooting than they do, and I've got Cav. I think if we can't beat them, we can at least do a ton of damage. I think we can beat them, though. If not, just because of the Wolf Riders. It'll be key to take those Grudge Throwers offline as quickly as possible. And also to avoid fighting the dwarves as long as possible to give our lads time. Sending our spear boys around to deal with the thunderers. Arrow boys, we're gonna need to shoot his general to death. And then we're gonna need the wolf riders way in the back and preferably hidden, which is difficult to hide on maps. Maps like these are really difficult to hide on because basically you have to find a hill and deploy behind it. So like this one might work, but I can't fit behind it because my units are too big. Stupid ultra size. I enjoy the ultra size though. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna deploy back over here, and then we'll just run up on him. So the hope is that he will come towards us and abandon his war machine, which it looks like is what he's gonna do. so that the Wolf Riders can then take it offline. And the computer is having a difficult time seeing us, so that works to our favor. These initial volleys are going to hurt a lot. Grudge throwers are basically anti-greenskin. So in light of the fact that we're dealing with that, we're gonna go ahead and stretch out as much as we can. Alright, so it doesn't look like he's reacted to us. So I'm gonna go ahead and charge the Wolf Riders in on his Grudge Thrower to shut it up. We're spreading our guys out just a bit to make it harder for the Grudge Thrower to do as much damage. Put those Goblin Spears further out. They can take more of a flanking maneuver. Wolf Riders he's going to be able to get off probably one more full volley before we hit him. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. Alright, but that's going to be his last volley. The Wolf Riders will tear that thing up. Alright, so we do have a higher charge bonus than the dwarves do, so we will charge them, but we're going to wait till they're really close. We're going to go ahead and open fire on... oh, that's Birnoth Grundadrak. That is actually the Dwarf King of Barak Far. He's come out to say hello himself. Alright, so... this thing's off. Okay, that thing's done. So now we bring the Wolf Riders in on the Thunderer units. Alright, and now it's time to charge in the Orcs. Which are rather grossly outnumbered, I might add. And we'll bring the Spear units over. We'll send this Spear unit out to deal with the enemy Thunderers. Let's condense our Arrow Boys. Didn't really do much damage though, so let's focus on the easier target. Let's take out the Miners. Miners are pretty easy to... okay, so... boom! There goes that Thunder unit. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, so our goal is going to be to try and break off as many Dwarf units as we can from the main fight. That way, our superior numbers, as far as like unit sizes go, can start to tell. Because you'll notice right now our morale is not doing very good in a lot of places. Problem with Thunderers is they're tough as nails. For something like Wolf Riders are probably one of the worst. As far as like actual damage is concerned, they're probably like one of the worst units in the game. Let's see, let's turn on skirmish mode, and let's see if we can melt these Dwarf Warriors. So yeah, our units are breaking, which is sucky. And recharge them in. Like, we're probably not going to win this fight just because they have a character and we don't, which at the end of the day is kind of a problem. We can harass very well, though. And hopefully a lot of my guys rally. And if we can kill off these Thunderers, I'm going to go help out my Goblins over here. Getting rid of the Thunderers is probably the biggest achievement that we can do, because then Azhag can come in and kill this guy. Like, without even trying that hard. Alright, so these Thunderers just do not want to break. Okay, Orcs have rallied. Bring them back. Y'all could focus your shots over here, that'd be awesome. Yep. And now we're running away from the Dwarf Lord. Okay, so Thunderers broke, so I'm gonna have my Wolf Riders chase them down to a man. See, we're gonna pull back so we can cycle charge on the Thunderers. The Goblins are probably not gonna hang in there. Yeah, got a lot of units breaking. If there's one thing this game is kind of bad about, it's that when you like run from an enemy, your guys will basically run in the same direction, which is really bad. Like, you have to manually go in and tell it, hey, you guys should like split up so you have a better chance of getting away. It doesn't do that on its own very well. So yeah, we're definitely going to lose this fight. There's pretty much no question about it. But we're going to take as many of them as we can with us. So, like, see, these units are running in the same direction, which means that both of them are just inevitably going to get caught. It's like, it's better to tell these units to keep fighting. Yeah, we are breaking all over the place. Alright, so the Wolf Rider successfully did not finish off. Oh my god, guys, come on. I apologize for my dog barking. That's Chloe. If you've never heard of her before. Goodness gracious. I apologize about that. We've got another 5 minutes anyway. If you ever come to watch the stream, Chloe's kind of an unavoidable part of the experience. Because she is very fond of being noisy and active. So see, this is one of these annoying things where like the units scattered, these Thunderers, like went to the four winds. We're just trying to do as much damage as we can. Yeah, see, we're not going to be able to get away from these Dwarf Warriors, so it's better to go ahead and engage them. Yeah, and we broke. So, I mean, we did a decent amount of casualties. We killed about a third of his army, which is good because they'll give Azhag a better chance. Looks like, unfortunately, his Grudge Thrower might have survived. Because when your units attack war machines, they'll usually try and kill the crew. Yep, one of them survived. Sucks. But he's probably going to sack it. Yeah. But he's nice enough to stay right there, so, I mean, killing him's not going to be that hard. Top Knots are doing other stuff. Alright, so we're going to attack him. Iron Rock, that's the worst. That's the worst part, is then you've got to, like, basically rebuild. Alright, so this is one of those situations where we're going to auto-resolve rather than play it out, and the reason is, if I fight him in battle, I'll beat him quite easily, but normally when you chase someone, you do not have to worry about catching them. All you have to do is beat them, and then you'll automatically, you'll notice that he'll just auto-die, since he already fled once. However, sometimes, for some reason, if you, Primal Command, that's nice. If you resolve it yourself, it won't do that correctly. And you'll get stuck with this kind of shitty, thing. Let's see. Yeah, we want a giant wolf, don't we? The larger wolves are bred by gobos to pull their ramshackle chariots and be mounts for their cool bosses and nasty shamans. Alright, then we're going to head back towards Iron Rock. And we're actually not going to do that for Iron Rock. I would rather have a bigger Black Crag right now. Because this will, like, we'll get that in, like, 2 turns. But yeah. So yeah, if I need to just kill an army because they're in my territory and it's not the first fight, then we will probably not auto-resolve it. Or we probably will auto-resolve it. I want... They say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to battles past and managing the realm. They say you are a fool. My warriors thirst for battle. Let's make an example of these rumor mongers and malicious gossips. A punishment is called for. Alright, so I see, like, they're actually standing to fight me on their first attempt. So we're going to actually fight them. But I hope you're all doing well. I'm excited to finally be starting this Let's Play. I hope all of you will maybe consider coming over to the... Shush, you're fine. To the Twitch channel. It's really awesome to get to talk to a lot of you guys live and just sort of be able to, like... it's enjoyable. We just sort of hang out and enjoy playing the game, and they actively help name characters for me, and like, you know, we'll get peace treaties thrown at us and try and decide what the best course of action is as a group, and, you know, all this stuff. It's kind of more of a democracy setting. Where as well we also just kind of chat about lore stuff, and it's a really good time. I think the thing people like the most is that they can just ask me lore questions on the fly, and I'm actually like there and more than willing to answer stuff. So if you want to like ever come by and have a very specific lore question you want answered, the best place for that is probably the live stream, which we're over an hour here. So after this fight ends, we'll be wrapping it up for today. But I will gladly be, of course, plugging the Twitch channel again here in just a moment and giving you our official times. But yeah, I hope you're, I hope you're all doing well. Life's going okay over here. Could be better, but it's not bad. I'm getting by. Hope you're all enjoying summer wherever you may be. I'm trying not to melt away slowly where I'm at. So now we send all the boys in for a good time. Let's dedicate one unit to fighting off the savage orcs. And here come the boar boys. Ooh, they just made a mess of our gobos. And Azhag's right in the thick of it. Messing people up left and right. Alright, we'll focus our Gobbo archers on their archers, and we'll focus our orc archers on getting these savage orc boys into a more ideal position for us. But yeah, this fight's going really easily in our favor. We've engaged most of his savage orc boar boy units with our spearmen, though it looks like they're trying to get down to our archers, but they're just not quite able to get away from us, which is good. Alright, our archers are doing well. We've broken that savage orc unit. We'll finish our arrow boys on that group. We're gonna use our goblin boss to keep that unit running. So when a unit breaks, they'll rally, usually, unless you keep a unit on them. If you keep a unit chasing after them, they will not rally, usually. I like to see these savage orc boys rallied. These ones broke, though, so... Right, so his general's almost broken. Keep our arrow boys on their arrow boys. Trying to kill his boss. Very much looking forward to getting the Crown of Sorcery. I don't think I have access to it till level 8, but definitely that'll be a huge priority for us. Alright, and his army's broke. So, this is actually one of those times where we want to try and kill as many people as we can, because we're gonna hunt him down again. So like, we want our goblin wolf rider character and our actual goblins, who tend to be faster than orcs, to massacre as many as they can. And we just keep the orc boys and Azhag. Yep, see, their lord goes down there, which is great for us. And then we're just gonna hit the speed up button. And our little big boss is just gonna kill off as many savage orcs as he can. Not quite able to catch them. These guys are speed 37. Oh, okay, they're actually faster than us. Well, that's news to me. Alright, but we got a decisive victory. And we killed a good, well over half his army. Yeah, pretty much all he's got left are that unit of archers and boar boys, really. So we'll chase him, and I'll resolve that fight. We will eat his guys though to get back some health. Level up again. We're getting close to that Crown of Sorcery, and we want Scarred Veteran again, so we're nice and tough. Alright, so then we chase him again, and we finish him off. And down he goes. This time, we'll eat him again. Eating people's fun. Alright, and then we've got our big boss. We will spec him out to be an assassin, just because he's our only one at the moment, but I kind of like to... It's... for heroes, especially the assassin-y kind, it's not bad to kind of split them 50-50 so that they can join you in a fight when you need them. But we'll go ahead and end this turn, and then we'll be done for the day. I do intend on putting these up daily, except for maybe weekends. But yeah, so population 1 death pass. Alright, and then we'll tell Azhag to retreat to Iron Rock. Our obedience is terrible. And then we are done. We'll take care of the rest of our turn when we get back. So thanks everyone for watching. I'm glad to be finally working on this, and I hope you all enjoy it. As for Twitch streaming, the easiest... So the goal, the plan, is that I will be doing my damn best to get on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Loremaster of Sotek, which will be down in the description, of course, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be off Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm off Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That being said, what I would really recommend if you really want to watch and like chat on Twitch and all that stuff is to go follow me on Twitter, which I believe is twitter.com/lsotek, because I will always tweet when I'm about to get on. And I'll try to tweet if like something comes up on one of those days. Because those are the days I'm going to try and be on, but like yesterday I wasn't able to get on. So just I would highly recommend following me on Twitter. I will always tweet out like when I'm about to get on, and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I've got lots of videos coming out soon. I know I know y'all have been waiting for Sigvald, and thank y'all for your patience. It's almost ready. Just been busy. So I look forward to seeing y'all around a lot more. Hope y'all can come by the Twitch stream, and I'll see you there. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Bye.